This is a speech. It's called the Missing Speech. It's a new definition in chutzpah. I wrote this speech for President Bush on September the 13th, 2001. It's a speech I begged the President of the United States to give to the nation. It's the speech that said, I, Texas oil man, skeptical of new environmental technologies, now grasp that it's incumbent upon me to call on the nation to sacrifice. We are going to send troops into harm's way in places around the world and put American lives at risk. What are we going to ask of the rest of us? Is it only to shot till we drop? But nothing was asked of us. Nothing was asked of us. Our fearful political leaders looked us in the eye and blinked. They were afraid, and we didn't speak up either. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to speak up. This administration, I believe, has begun to do so. In fact, to be fair, both parties in the last election put the energy issue on the table, but we need to keep it there. We need to keep it there, and we need to hold their feet to the fire. This is, as Andy Spanos said, the defining issue for national security, foreign policy, and environmental well-being. I'm proud to say that AJC has been a leader. When I first joined AJC in 1979, believe it or not, we had a separate energy department. We had several full-time people working solely and exclusively to wake up America to the need to fulfill the pledge for energy independence, to call on the Jewish community to become a leader, to understand our world. At times we were whistling in the wind, at times other Jewish groups asked, why is AJC involved in energy? Is this a Jewish issue? 30 years ago, we were there, and we've been there since. We were the first nonprofit institution in the United States to offer cash incentives to our staff to buy fuel-efficient cars. We are seeking to become the first nonprofit institution in New York City to get LEED certification for our building. Our Los Angeles chapter persuaded Los Angeles County to follow our lead on our cash incentive program, and now 100,000 employees in Los Angeles County are eligible for that cash incentive program pioneered by AJC. The list goes on, and Westchester chapter embodies it. So my plea to each of us is to hold our politicians and elected officials' feet to the fire, but no less to set a personal example starting today. It's not just about them, it's every bit as much about us. Thank you.
Thank you, Dan, for that very, very generous introduction. I really appreciate it. However, if I had my choice, I would reorganize the program. How can anyone follow David Harris? Actually, we all follow David Harris because he is probably the most eloquent, thoughtful, distinguished leader that I have had the privilege of working with. And thank you, David, for your work and the work of the American Jewish Committee.
יום חמים, יום סמים, יום תמים, הלכנו עם השמש בערוב, יום זהוב